This video is all about how to build your meals and hit your macros. So we've got 3 macronutrients: fats, carbs, and protein, carbohydrates. So these come into 3 categories. We've got the starches, the sugars, and the fiber. Now at each mealtime, I want you to approach how you're going to build your plate with the following things in mind. Something that's high in protein, because this is going to help to maintain our muscle mass and keep us strong and help us repair. It's also going to keep us full. Next, I want you to think about, where are my starchy carbs coming from? So this is things like pasta, rice, potato, anything like that. Now, on this side, we want vegetables, because these are very low in calorie and they're full of micronutrients, and they're also full of fiber, and they're going to keep us full. So these are really, really important. So load up on your favorite veggies: salad, broccoli, peas, carrots, that sort of thing. And then last but not least, we want to be thinking about our fats. So here we've got avocado. Now, the fats are just going to be making up a small portion of the dish, because what you'll tend to find is that maybe your protein has some fat in it already. If you think like chicken dippers out of the freezer, they'll be a source of protein probably, but they're also going to be a quite high source of fat, the way they're cooked in the breadcrumbs and the batter. Similar with chips, obviously they're going to be a carb because they're from potato, but if you're using frozen oven chips, there's a good chance that they're going to be a source of fat as well, because of the oil that they've initially cooked in. So just being mindful of that. We need less fats overall because they are more calorie dense per gram than the other 2 macros. So if you've already got a source of fat in your plate, you probably don't need to be adding more on top. It's really easy for us to overdo it on fats, so it can be helpful to weigh that stuff out in grams. Things like oil, things like butter, mayonnaise, any creamy sauces, etc. And if a lot of recipes are coming to mind now that you usually eat, and you're thinking you're not sure about whether the macro ratios are appropriate to your goals, then what can be really useful is putting the meal and the ingredients into MyFitnessPal. I have a whole video on how to pre-plan using MyFitnessPal, and whether you're tracking or not, doing this a couple of meals can be really, really helpful just to see the macro split of your meals. Because if the majority of your calories are coming from fats, or you're not getting enough protein, then we don't need to change out your whole meal from your plan. We just need to adjust the ratios of the macronutrients in the meal to make them more aligned with your goals. After that, you don't have to use MyFitnessPal again if you don't want to. And if you're still unsure, feel free to use the food journal feature on Everfit, where you can take a picture of your meal, upload it to the app, and then let me know so I can provide personalized feedback and we can get you eating in alignment with your goals.